Live Storm Tracker Doppler radar, sponsored by Homeland Bank. And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We're starting off mostly clear and quiet. We have a few clouds trying to push in out of the west, and we'll see a few clouds throughout the course of today. We are starting off warm and muggy, and sadly, it's not going to really feel any better even for this afternoon as these temperatures continue to climb. And these dew points, just like how they were yesterday, mostly upper 60s and in the 70s. Here's a look at the Doppler radar. We're not tracking any rainfall across the area. Here's a look at the Tower Place Tower camera in Monroe, where you can see there are just a few clouds in the background, but the sun is out. And even though if you look outdoors, it looks kind of picture perfect, but when you step out, not going to feel all that great because these dew points, as high as they are, it's 69 degrees with the dew point right now at Monroe Airport, and the temperature is 73 degrees. Winds are still currently calm. Across the area, pretty much everywhere has already warmed up to the lower 70s, still holding out 69 degrees El Dorado, 70 degrees in Ruston and Camden, and 72 up in Monticello. These dew points also in the upper 60s, some places still also in the 70s, and that's going to be impacting our heat index values for later on this afternoon. Winds are relatively calm. We had a little light breeze in some spots out in the southeast and had some light haze try to develop, but some of these winds picked up a little bit and kind of hindered most of that development, so really didn't have anything widespread. We're looking at the satellite radar. We do have a low pressure center currently across the central plains, which will spark up some strong thunderstorms further to the northwest, but we will see that same system kind of dive a little bit further to the south, and we could see chances for shower thunderstorms starting as early as tomorrow. Now, for your bus stop forecast, will be mostly clear this morning in the 70s, but for this afternoon, notice how these temperatures, they start climbing to the lower 90s, and that's where we'll be for pretty much the entire ArkLaMiss. But it's not really going to feel like it's 91 or 92. It's going to feel more like mid to potentially upper 90s for some spots, and honestly can't even rely on some triple digits as some models are indicating, especially for some of our southern parishes lying south of the I-20 corridor. So even though we're not really in heat advisory criteria, just continue to practice heat safety nonetheless, staying hydrated and making sure you're taking breaks from work or exercise. Low pressure center continues to dive further south with the associated cold front. There will be a spark up of strong thunderstorms across northern Arkansas, but when the center moves closer towards northern Texas, we will see some thunderstorms pop up in northeast Texas and the ArkLaTex region right there along the I-30 corridor. But the front's going to lag out a little bit, which will kind of prolong our rain chances as we go into Thursday and potentially into Friday as well. So later on, as we go tonight, we will start to see the clouds begin to increase. We start falling down to the lower 70s, and then as we go into tomorrow, we will see mostly cloudy conditions with a chance of some patchy showers, more scattered activity potential across southern Arkansas, and then by late tomorrow night, we'll have that chance for a couple of strong storms, but again, mainly right there along the I-30 corridor where some gusty winds, hail, can't rule out maybe some isolated spin-ups, but some of those storms as they move into Arkansas could still have enough strength to produce some of those gusty winds, and that'll be the main threats that we will see for tomorrow. As you can see, the best threat lies well to the northwest, but we can still see those same type of threats, gusty winds, maybe some small hail, and mostly in the same locations as we go into Thursday as we close out this week. Staying high 92 degrees for this afternoon, winds continue out of the south, and then tonight will fall to the lower 70s, mostly cloudy. Then tomorrow we will be in the lower 90s with more patchy showers and thunderstorms, and then through the Memorial Day weekend we will see really temperatures stay in the lower 90s and getting a little bit warmer on Memorial Day as we hit the mid 90s, but we could see a little brief cool down to the upper 80s by Tuesday later next week.